taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Speaking of that, that's a good segue into some bars I need to give for this damn Amo Belenga card in Florida. I need to that particular part. I need.
Oh, that was in Florida. Damn.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Fucking
probably some bullshit. No Man's Town, One Cow Town.
I will say, at least that shit was fucking. Okay, Pat, I know you're gonna shit on it. Let me just give it one compliment. That shit was fucking super fast. By 7 my time, it was the main event. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, because I was out that night. I watched it when I got back, and I was like, "Damn, this shit flew by in like less than 3 hours and less." Like, you know, yeah, it was because
there was that kid Omari Jones, the Olympian. Luckily, you know, his debut. He kind of got rocked in the beginning, but he did get the first round knockout. Obviously, go ahead, my fault.
Yeah, no, Amari Jones, he made it, you know, I mean, obviously, because, you know, Eddie be signing all the, you know, Eddie and Top Rank to be signing all the Olympic talent, so he got Amari Jones, and I had to admit, though, he had a fire Orlando Magic fit that he wore to the ring, like, that was a fire boxer fit, and he basically beat the shit out of that.
Did they have the stripes? That was dope. Did they have the stripes? Yeah, that was a dope fit.
Yeah, he had, like, the blue and black stripes and shit like that, you know, and he beat the shit out of that Italian cat that he, you know, in his debut.
Yeah, he got rocked one time, but you know, it's his first fight ever, so you know, just tighten up a little bit. But you know, he looked good. He got the second round knockout, right? Was it second round?
Yeah, it was a second round knockout. Yeah. And then Jermaine Ortiz, though. Again, Jermaine Ortiz, like, I mean, I like him and everything like that, but he won a hard decision against Yomar Alamo, but he got touched up a little bit too much for my liking. Like,
this shit started so early, bro. That shit was on during the Doheny ball fight. I was like, what the fuck? How is that so early?
Yeah, but I mean, I watched that fight later too because Ortiz though, but Alamo almost had that dude's eye closed. I think it was like his right eye closed.
Who, Ortiz almost had his eyes closed?
No. Ortiz has some trademarks. Ortiz has some trademarks around his motherfucking eye.
God damn. Hold on, so let me ask you this because I didn't see the fight. I probably won't. What the what is making Jermaine Ortiz struggle like this? Like,
he's just kind of admitting he don't have power. He's good. He's a good boxer. You know. He's
but it don't look like he don't. Like, I think he has power. It's just I don't like he's athletic. He's big. He's powerful. He could move. He could box. He's kind of like, why the fuck he be having these up and down performances?
He can even switch. Paul, he can even go both ways. Pause. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Does he look like a world beater? Like he should have a win over Lomachenko and Teofimo, but he doesn't. But he doesn't have these other great performances though.
Yeah, it just seems like he fights to a level of his opponents sometimes. It's just like Lopez and Lomachenko are his best performances, and most people thought he won. But yeah, when you get Alamo. And when you're in a world where Hitchens stops Alamo, but dude is getting traded up and going the distance with him, it's like, what the fuck is going on? What's the disconnect?
Oh wow, yeah. So, that's not a good look at all.
Oh yeah, I mean it was a hard fight, you know, and it was a good fight too. But I was like, God damn, like.
Remember a few months ago, the guy Moran rocked him really fucking bad.
Yeah, Antonio Moran.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Moran could have had him out there if he got some landed some more shit.
Yeah. Shout out Moran because Moran still be out. He'd be like picking up random decent wins, you know, after getting knocked out by Haney. Shout out to him.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I was like Ortiz. Hopefully he tightens up because it's like, yeah, you know, because like you try to get another title shot, man. You can't be just getting dotted up, like your eyes dotted up and shit. Like it's a thing to do, bro. Like you gotta get it together with these up and down performances.
Yeah,
and you're not building any momentum that way. Like
usually if Top Rank drops you and you don't win a championship. I mean, there's been a few guys, but
this thing is, I mean, because like I said, I know Jermaine Ortiz matchmaker. He's my boy, so so the situation, he's not dropped from Top Rank because it was like a agreement, whatever, between that and who he signed with.
Because his last couple fights, he had a fight where he was rocking the MAGA gear after on the zone too. So that's why, that's why I was wondering maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Top Rank.
But that guy he got knocked out of that fight, but that guy was a true bum. The guy he knocked out. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Ortiz will probably be back on Top Rank TV. It's just I just don't know why he has these up and down performances like that. But I mean, yeah, it's just like I just hope he gets it together though. And fucking Edgar Berlanga, like, I mean, he did what he was supposed to do. I mean, firstly, he was overweight for the fight. like he couldn't be bothered to get in shape because I mean, when you go,
ain't like his opponent bothered either.
Yeah, like his opponent was.
He did a Bud celebration tour after losing.
Yeah, and it was crazy too because because basically fucking Gonzalez-Ortiz, like he had fought like as like a 154 and as a middleweight, so it's
and
like
he fought in 10 years. He was incarcerated. The guy he knocked out, right?
Yeah, like I think he was he went to jail apparently said for armed robbery.
Yeah, he was locked up for 10 years, and you could I read somebody looked like at the win looked like somebody said he was giving birth. He just gave birth to some shit.
Yeah, like you had a whole gut. Like how do you get in a fight and not even be professional enough to even train to lose weight? Like what are we doing?
You didn't even see the trace work of abs. Like
yeah,
there was no type of muscle there or nothing. Like he ain't really trained for shit.
Yeah, it looks like he was like, wait a minute, I'm getting this amount. Okay, yeah, sign me up. And I mean, it wasn't like he had like 2 fights before this one, like after his 10-year like layoff. But it's like, geez, like you would think that if I get onto shape and I at least push Berlanga for a couple more rounds, then maybe Eddie might bring me back, or somebody might bring me back on their card. No.
Yeah, he cashed out.
I wonder how much he got paid.
He cashed out. I mean, he got clearly probably his biggest payday ever, easily. He probably got paid almost more than he got paid for all his fights before.
Well, probably. Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, because I mean, Berlanga could have cared less and just basically dropped him like twice and like annihilated him. And then Berlanga gets on the mic talking about fuck plan and talking this trash or whatever. So. And this is Berlanga's last contracted fight with Matchroom because Eddie would have probably placed him on a higher profile card if he had signed the extension, which Edgar didn't do. So Eddie's like, okay, well, you're gonna play second fiddle for ammo on this shit, and take it or leave it. And if not, we'll just put you on another second.
Yeah, he had a long drawn-out interview talking about like he could have been the main event if he re-signed or something. There was Eddie, and that's all a news thing. Eddie is floating around selling Matchrooms. So Eddie on some shit. We're like, I don't really need you. I got the turkey money. That's how he's.
I see that. Like, but Eddie's a hoe with that because you know what it is. Think about that. Look how and I get he's trying to hurt Edgar Berlanga, but bro, you're hurting your own selling. You're hurting your own bottom line as well because. If you would have made Berlanga the main event, you would have probably sold more tickets and got more recognition for the fight.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, I know Eddie, but with this one, Eddie had already fulfilled his promise and got that motherfucker the Canelo fight, in which he
of course.
Yeah,
he over-delivered because
I heard secondhand interview that now because that first round knockout probably that Eddie might they might resign or something, type of thing. But.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't even blame Eddie for putting his foot down for this situation because it's like, okay, look, I did what I had to do.
I got you that fucking that Canelo fight that I told you I'd get you, which nobody believed it. I kind of thought it would happen eventually, but yeah.
Nah, it would have happened because look what Canelo's doing.
Yeah,
Canelo would fight Berlanga twice if he could.
We should definitely talk about that card a little bit after, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, yeah, so that's what Berlanga. Yeah, I know Berlanga can go to PBC and he can get his plant fight or whatnot, but he's not. He's not going with a lot of momentum. Like he's just like it's. Yeah, like you knocked out a skinny fat, former ex-convict. That blew his shot years ago.
People down Berlanga. I always thought his boxing skills were decent. I know he had some flaws. He wasn't like super trash, but I think he could hang with Plant and Munguia. I think he's on that level. I don't know. Maybe
he has the power to. He definitely has the power, but I don't think he has a little nuance. He has guts too in spurts. Because I say in spurts because if he had real guts,
yeah,
he would have attacked that Canelo more instead of just having a jab.
You're probably I would say biggest Plant fan, but you've advocated for Plant probably the most out of the podcast. So do you think he'd stop Berlanga, or how do you think that would go? What's your opinion?
I don't think he stops Berlanga, but he boxes the shit out of him. He might get dropped though.
He probably win a decision more than likely. Yeah. Yeah,
I think Caleb Plant beats Berlanga in a decision, but I say maybe 116, 111, or 115.
It'd be a good fight. I feel like
I don't because they gonna sell it. It's gonna talk because you see how he tried to start that chant, and it's like nobody bought on it because like, dude, this is Florida. Like people fuck with Plant down here. Like there was probably in Central Florida. Like no one's gonna say fuck.
Would you rather see?
They were in Orlando.
Would you rather see Jamal Charlo Plant or Berlanga Plant?
Dude, let's not even start with this Jamal Charlo shit.
Oh yeah, I forgot you hate that Jamal.
Like nah, like Berlanga and Plant. That's the fight that's hot right now. The only person the only fight that I wouldn't even say shit about that happened for Jamal Charlo if it happened. If Canelo ends up fighting Jamal Charlo, I won't say shit. I would just be like, fuck it, let him get the payday because the fucking ginger dumped him already years ago. So fuck it, just get the fight over with. But other than that, I don't want to see Maul fight anybody because
Maul came back 160. Yes, it's unfortunate. It's a lot of lost potential with Jamal. I like them. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, and he has a style to beat a lot of people because his general boxing style is just difficult to deal with. Somebody who could punch from every angle, could stick and move, power both hands, big, imposing, hard fucking jab, good work rate, good stamina. Nigga, that's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, facts.
And a motherfucker who's angry too.
On top of it, yep. So Berlanga wants. Goes to PBC. Truthfully, like that's his best. Because signing with Eddie right now, it's like, because number one, I'm like I said, Eddie delivered with it, so it's like, okay, what are you gonna do? Like, give him the Pacheco fight? That's probably the only fight Eddie right now that he could probably get.
It's not a big fight like that, bro. The Plant fight is actually like people would care about, like the Plant fight. Honestly, if they put that on a pay-per-view or some shit, like they would make money.
I saw Rosaldo call out Berlanga, so I think that could potentially probably now Puerto Rico.
I don't want to see that fight.
More than likely, I've seen that too. I'm being the realist since P's not here. It's gonna happen probably.
Yeah, it really shouldn't, and I couldn't care less about Rosaldo fighting Berlanga. Like
that's another fight where I would just pray for a fucking double knockout
fight. Facts, like yeah.
I'm just like, you know what? Like, both y'all deserve to lose for giving us this bullshit.
Pat, are you gonna talk about the main event?
Yeah. As well, I need to get my bars in about Berlanga and of course with Ortiz or whatever. Yeah, I don't ever want to see dude again. Like, dude clearly came for the money. I just hope that he invests his money well into something. And find himself a decent job because this boxing shit ain't for him anymore.
And Omari Jones, I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for every brother that's coming up. So shout out to Omari Jones, silver medalist. So hopefully, he supposedly he's gonna be on the Boots card, probably in the prelims. That's fine.
He is. Yeah, he's gonna be on. He's gonna be. And good for him. Make quick turnaround.
Was this is 3 fights and then the main event? There's only those 3 fights, right? And then the main.
Yeah. Because a fight, Jaleel Hackett fight was canceled because dude, quote unquote, injured his ankle.
told you.
Yeah, he injured his ankle. All right, yeah, a day before weigh-in, right?
"Quote unquote" injured his ankle. He could, that motherfucker should be on 154. It's
these fighters, I don't know why they think they're fooling. Like, who the fuck injures their ankle a day before weigh-in?
After the press conference, right? Like, you're not even training. You're not even training, nigga. You're not running. You're probably not running on the day.
Yeah, exactly. The nigga had a whole press conference. Nigga was talking cash shit and shit. And then nigga.
They probably check the weight, and then like, okay,
yeah, that's yeah, like these fighters, they be bullshitting sometimes.
Fight at your natural motherfucking weight if you can't make the weight, cause like look at a guy like Devin Haney. He should have left 135 a long time ago. Now he has to go to 147 because his body can't make 140 now already. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's just hope Jaleel Hackett. Maybe they might throw him on a standing on his boots as like a late entry, like in something like that though. But with Ammo and Patrice Volny, one thing has become quite clear with Ammo's technical foundation is lacking. Like, Ammo has power for days. There's no question about it. Yeah. He has intensity. He has a decent work rate, but whatever his technical foundation, because he was a late bloomer. Like I think he started boxing at 18 or 19 or some shit like that.
You can tell.
Yeah, so when you start that late, obviously there's always gonna be like these little gaps. Not unless you get, depending on who you're training with. Like not everyone can be like I seen Rockman and be sparring with all types of like fighters. Like before you fight.
Nobody can be a fucking Sergio Martinez. Wilder's
and I know it's with Kevin Cunningham now, but it seems like the flaw. Like it was a good fight though. Volny though, I think what cost him was he wasn't active early enough.
In the beginning, he wasn't active. He wasn't active in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and first time I ever watched Ammo a few years ago, I thought he fought like a poor, I'm gonna say this loosely, a very poor man's Errol Spence, where he fights like a poor man's Spence, where like he only knows one way. And the fight I went to, we went to for the podcast, he did show different layers and nuances, but it was a guy that got knocked out after a round. But I'm just saying with Ammo, like he hasn't really improved. I think he might have topped out in terms of what what his skills are. Like if you compare him to like a guy like Troy Isley, I'd rather watch Ammo fight all day. But I think Troy Isley might have better success in the long run because of his talents. I mean, you could just tell.
Troy Isley is always fighting underneath the threat. That Top Rank will probably cut his ass
if you lose. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like a guy like just you can just tell, Ammo has. I mean, I'm still rooting for him. I'm not sure what would be next for him.
It's good that now Ammo's mental health is actually in a good place because, like I said before, I was concerned that dude was gonna flip out. He was kind of. He got his cute little Latina girl pregnant. He's straight. He's good now. I like he's kind of mellowed out and matured though, because like I said, for a minute I thought dude was gonna be one of them, a real basket case.
That nigga be talking. That nigga started getting some consistent puss, and that nigga life changed. Dog.
That nigga got the Latina girl doing the thing. So, with Austin Williams, like I root for any American, especially in the middleweight division. Like I feel like, how would he do versus our good friend on the show, Denzel Bentley? How would he do?
Honestly, Bentley will probably beat him at this point.
Yeah, I think Bentley got more.
The thing is,
Denzel Bentley's like a better version of his style, like a more polished overall, just better version.
More patient, higher IQ.
More, just everything really. Like, the IQ, the patience, he could box on the back foot, he could throw good uppercuts, the hooks. I like Ammo, but come on.
Yeah, I mean, when Ammo stepped up, he had a couple of good rounds, but eventually got bodied something serious by Shiraz. When Bentley stepped up against Janibek, he gave Janibek a hard fight to the point where Janibek he says there's no one to fight him, but he won't utter Bentley's name anymore. So it's
facts. Like you win a fight by the skin of your teeth, and then you have no other big fights, and you don't want to run it back.
Yeah, exactly, and that's probably his only closest fight, like since he started fighting in America like that, and he won't run it back because it's like all his flaws were out. Like
Janibek got skills, but in terms of a guy who won 2 belts besides Kambosos, a guy that actually was a unified champion, being 2 guys. It's the most pathetic 2-belt reign I've ever seen in a long. Like I don't know, it's crazy because the guys he beat are literally nobodies. No offense, I mean, they're, I'm just saying, like
and it's like he's not beating them in impressive styles either.
Yeah.
So it's more just like, dude, you either gonna fucking rematch Bentley or just get the fuck on.
Yeah.
Like go to super middleweight already.
Izzy's right there. I mean, I know Izzy might not be ready yet, but Troy Izzy's the same weight class and same network.
I mean,
you actually got a chance against Janibek. Like, do something, fight some niggas we know.
I mean, honestly, I would love Ammo to get another shot as well, but I think Ammo just needs Ammo still needs a little bit more seasoning. Like, I know he's been pushed hard, but yeah, that Volny fight. Even though the scores for that the judges had, 2 of them were just flat ridiculous. Like it was basically like one. I'd say it's like maybe a 115, 113. Hell, you can even it
wasn't a fucking 118, 111 bullshit.
Yeah, no, there was no 118, 111. Ammo Surasel did not win that long.
The point got deducted, right? I think the point got deducted. Yeah. My fault. I was gonna say I thought there was a chance Volny could have got a decision and it wouldn't have been a robbery, but Ammo won.
Yeah, like I mean, honestly, 115, 130 for either guy or a draw would have been cool. You know,
I thought draw. I thought initially a draw, but I realized, Hearn still cares about ammo. So.
Yeah, of course he does. But in Volny, like I said, Volny, his only thing was just he just didn't throw enough in the first half of the fight.
Yeah, I was like, at first I was like, okay, this guy, but then he did pick it up. There was a point where a lot of people in my chat were saying, "Oh, Volny's winning the fight." There was a time when Volny was probably up around.
Because ammo throws hard in the beginning or whatever, and when ammo started to kind of fade and wasn't really switching up, Volny got his timing down. I mean, Volny was hitting him with uppercuts.
He got rocked. And Volny was a much bigger dude than that. This long paws, like the longer, clearly a taller. He's tall.
Yeah, he's hitting him with uppercuts and shit like that. So that's why I'm thinking it's like.
Ammo. What would you grade Ammo's performance?
A C+, B-.
C+, yeah.
We just said a C+.
But I was gonna say, I think that I want to see that guy Volny back again because I know he lost before to some name, but he looked kind of good. He looked game.
Yeah, he was definitely game, but I think I just wish the scores really reflected how that.
He was like a Pistol Pete Dobson ass nigga. He was like Pistol Pete, like just decent boxing skills just doesn't open up, or I don't know, whatever. Yeah,
I mean, it was a good fight though, but I think Ammo definitely he's showing that he is kind of limited and he does have a ceiling. But he is the type of person that you need at middleweight because if Ammo was in any other division other than middleweight, he would probably get destroyed by now.
A couple times, but I will say,
I feel that. I feel you on that.
I will say he is one of the more fun guys to watch. I mean, he's like his fights are always entertaining. Because
one thing you got to give Ammo is he fucking tries.
Yeah. He gives his all. Yeah, for sure, he gives it all.
A lot of these dudes, they don't give their all. Even when he's losing or going through it, like he still tries to hang tough, like. So like you gotta respect him for that, but I feel where you coming from. Like, if he was at 154 or fucking 140
or 168. Oh, all right, 168. Yeah, 168.
Yeah, he might have like 3 losses.
But if his skill set was basically auto passing. If his skill set was at any of the division, he wouldn't just have 1 loss. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. So that's the thing. But I'm rooting for Ammo because, like I said, he seems to be mentally in a good space. So I want hopefully that he'll just be able to kind of improve, and just improve on what he's doing. Because frankly, like I said, middleweight needs a star, and someone like Ammo would be a good representative to kind of carry.
Goddamn American. Goddamn, can the middleweights stop going and try to be receivers in the NFL? Can you come over and come on? The fuck is going on?
Honestly, I'm tired of middleweight stinking. Like everything, even the fights you think of the middleweight, it's just a whole bunch. It's just trash. Like middleweight.
I feel like late last year there was a couple of pretty good fights, but they had some hope. But it's back to bullshit again. It was.
If it wasn't for Denzel Bentley, man, like the middleweight would have been a complete waste.
Yeah. I was thinking there's a couple decent fights in middleweight late last year, but it's just
he was in 3 of them.
It's unfortunate because middleweight's a fucking glorious division. To me, it's the third heavyweight, welterweight, and middleweight. To me, it's unfortunate how trash it's been.
That's no longer the case. It's heavyweight. Okay, now 154 and 140 and all
140 and 140.
Because these niggas don't move up when they're supposed to, so like you don't see because Ramirez and Taylor not going to welterweight when they were supposed to,
and pro grade too.
And pro grade slow shit the fuck down. Because we were supposed to get a whole mashup of fights there.
These guys don't want to give up their physical advantages. I guess I don't know, especially with Regis.
It's gotta be that.
It's gotta be that. Yeah.
I'm thinking that niggas in the gym be whooping their ass.
Thurman versus Regis would have been a crazy fight to me. Well, before Regis looked washed. I mean, I'm saying that would have been a decent fight to watch.
Battle of the Light Brings.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, overall, like I said, it was. I mean, it like Pilot said, the card went fast or whatever. And outside of the Berlanga fight, it was a decent little card to watch or whatever. And that's why you asked. Like, there was no bullshit. Like, the commentary was minimal stupid. So it's like it flowed, and that's all you can really ask for an Eddie Matchroom card. So yeah, kudos to Eddie at least on that front.